You ever notice how people get real nervous when the government helps the poor, but not when churches help the rich? Funny how waste, fraud, and abuse only seem to bother us when the person getting help is hungry. Hello, everyone. My name is Scott Lloyd, author of the book The God I Was Given, and scholar of race, religion, culture, and communication. Let's talk about this myth of government programs serving the poor and the belief, the widespread belief, that they're full of fraud. We've heard it for decades that people are on welfare and they're gaming the system, they're buying luxury items and living off the backs of taxpayers. But the truth, the actual fraud rate of programs like SNAP is less than 1%. That's right, less than 1%. The vast majority of people using food assistance are working, raising families, and just trying to survive. What's wild is that these programs are some of the most efficient systems our country runs. The real waste isn't the mom buying groceries with an EBT card. It's the billions in corporate subsidies, defense contracts, and tax loopholes that never seem to get the same outrage. Let's look at the church. Churches in the United States collect over $100 billion a year, tax-free. No required audits, no accountability, no transparency. If we applied the same scrutiny to megachurches that we do to government aid, half of them would be under investigation. We've got pastors who are flying around in private jets while preaching sacrifice, while wearing shoes that cost more than some people's rent. And yet, when someone suggests that maybe our government should use collective resources to feed the hungry or care for the sick, people lose their minds. When the church feeds the poor, we call it ministry. When the government does it, people call it socialism. But let's be honest, the church is capable of only helping dozens, maybe hundreds. The government is capable of helping millions. The government doesn't always get it right, but at least it's trying to live out in some aspects what Jesus taught. Feed the hungry, clothe the naked, care for the least of these. That's what it's supposed to do. Certainly not this government. But maybe we've been taught to see the poor as a burden instead of a blessing, as failures instead of neighbors. But if the church truly lived the teachings of Jesus, we wouldn't need welfare programs.